Next article from RSS Commentary. Twitter uses antitrust to suspend, unsuspend, then shadow ban RSS Commentary for debunking fake news, stating beliefs that QAnon opposition might be pedophiles. Twitter claimed the tweet did not foster an environment where people are free to speak their minds. Yeah, fuck you, Jack Dorsey. You're a little ivory tower liberal scumbag piece of shit. This is what they did. Here's the proof that I am actually indeed shadow banned. Here's what they did. Here's what I tweeted. There was a fake news article here from Congressman Denver Riggle. It says QAnon and the conspiracy theories it promotes are a danger and a threat that no one has a place in our country's politics. I condemn this movement and urge all Americans to join me in taking this step to exclude them and other extreme conspiracy theories from the national discourse. Extreme. Wouldn't an extreme conspiracy theory be that Donald Trump is a fascist Russian asset? That would be a crazy extreme wingnut conspiracy theory. There was two people. They had a Democrat congressman. Well, here, let's read the fake news about it. I'm sorry, there's a fake news article here somewhere. Here, I got to pull it out. I lost my thing in the computer crash, but it's here. Huh. Just give me a moment. I had to open 44 tabs, and then it's going to probably chunk the show. Might chunk, might not. Here we go. Got it. Luckily that didn't completely chunk. Okay, it's chunking. It's chunking. But hey, here's finally get to report one from David Harris Jr. because fake news guard was saying that he's a fake news source, so I haven't been able to use his sources, but they're reevaluating him, and I know they're going to give him a good rating because he does good journalism. I haven't seen anything fake from him. This article says bipartisan resolution introduced to House to condemn QAnon as dangerous anti-Semitic conspiracy mongering cult. It says this quote-unquote bipartisan resolution was passed by a House Democrat Tom Malikowski, New Jersey's 7th District, and Denver Riggleman, a House Republican representing the Virginia's 5th District, joined forces to introduce the resolution. And if you're unfamiliar with Virginia, I'm from there. Virginia used to be a deep red state, and then they had a surge of mass migration, and then a massive amount of Latinos moved there. Let's look at how many Latinos moved there. We can see this in our migration policy chart. What percent of their state did the Democrats swap out with Latinos? Let's see. Bam! Woo! That's bad. That's bad. That's like Oregon. So it was back when I was a kid, when I lived in Charlottesville, Virginia, it was 8.7% was immigrant families. And then in 2018, it was 24.2%. And when that happened, it switched the state from red to blue. And this is why Democrats don't want to enforce immigration laws, is because they know that this happens, because they bring in immigrants from socialist countries, the poor ones that are fleeing. Like, yes, give us all your government handouts, please. Subsidize our large family size while y'all are only children. Because you're cucks, white feminist. Can't have babies because you'd rather put off having a baby till your 30s to have a career. You're a shit mom. Bullshit mom, dude. You like sold your kids out. You sold your kids out for a raise at work. You're detestable. Yeah, you should probably focus more time on your kids so that you're not such a shitty mom. No, you can't just like work all day and ignore your kids, dude. No, a lot of women will be like, no, I can live this life. I can just work all day and ignore my kids. Yeah, you're a piece of shit. You are a shit parent. Bullshit parent. Women have to have 2.1 kids to pass on your family line. If you do not have 2.1 kids, your genes shrink. That means you're not passing on your family line. For your family to grow, you have to have 3 kids. You do. There's a man and a woman. You want to grow, you need 3 kids. You try having 3 kids and being a full-time manager at a corporation run by Jack Dorsey or Mark Zuckerberg or Jeff Bezos. It's not going to happen. Trust me, I'm an engineer. I have a kid. They won't hire me because they think I can't crunch. Crunching, if you're unfamiliar with it, is, I think they should be heavily regulated on because they're violating all kinds of rules. Is where they force people to work like 16 hours a day to hit deadlines. I used to fight wildland firefighting. I used to do wildland firefighting, fight forest fires. In order to work that much, you're required to be on P code, priority code. It has to be a national emergency to actually work that much. You can't force people to work 16 hours a day. But these people in the tech industry do that. And they won't give you a job if you have a parent because you can't crunch. They want to get the maximum amount of money out of you as they can. And so they will exploit you and they will suck the life out of you. And then when you are devoid of life and you are a corpse, they will just move on to go extract the life out of another victim. I can't support these people at all. I think they're detestable. I really do think they are the scum of the earth. These are the people running the tech companies. They are really horrible people. I do think that Silicon Valley is a leftist shithole. If it got nuked, I would be excited. That would be great. I would love that. But we'd have to move everybody out of there, and we wouldn't be able to move back, and then they'd move up here. So you can't nuke San Francisco. Just to be clear, we've gone down this rabbit hole. Nuking San Francisco is not an option to get rid of Silicon Valley. No, the only way is to drain the swamp. In order to drain the swamp, we must build the moat. This is my campaign platform for when I run for president in 2024. I am going to build a moat across the southern border. I'm going to fill it up with alligators, snakes, piranhas, eels, sharks with lasers on their heads, snapping turtles, and we're going to have lions and tigers and bears, hippos, wolves, and then we're going to have a petting zoo. It's going to be a tourist attraction where you can come. People on both sides of the border will be able to come, and then you can interact with people from Mexico. So that makes it not racist because Mexicans aren't a race of people. The only people who would think that Mexicans are a race of people would be a Nazi, because Nazis thought that Aryans were a race, but they're not. They're an ethnicity. Caucasians is a race. Humans are a race. Aryans, ethnicity. Mexicans, ethnicity. I know these things are so hard, but when you don't do any sort of research, everything is the same. So, what about this? So that was Virginia. And so they said it's bipartisan because they got 2 congressmen. And then I tweeted at him. I said, I believe that hold on. First, I said, you are a lying piece of shit, Rep. Rigman. You are batshit crazy to think that QAnon has anything to do with anti-Semitism, which is a pervasive on the left. Democrats hate Israel because of Palestine. They are anti-Semitic. QAnon fights pedos, so you must be a pedophile. Then I tweeted, I believe that Rep. Wiggleman is a pedophile who is fighting tooth and nail to prevent people from knowing that he rapes little kids. And then I was temporarily suspended. It was supposed to be for 12 hours, but it went directly into a shadow ban, which was very bizarre. I did not screenshot the initial image, but I did get the shadow ban. It is, okay, I've been shadow banned, but just reply deboosted. I was only reply deboosted. And this, then I got search banned, which is hardcore shadow banned. That is as shadow banned as it gets without ghost ban. Ghost ban means this is what's referred to as conventional shadow banning. Thread banning is, well, comprises a search ban while threads are completely ripped apart, hiding the tweets of the users. Okay, so I'm not ghost banned. They didn't delete my messages. A search banned and search suggest banned, and then reply deboosted. Which, depending on the, it'll go away after a little while, and then if their AI algorithm doesn't like your tweet, then because they're not making a good faith effort to try to find whatever, I don't know, man. I mean, this is certifiably insane that they tried to say that the tweet was not fostering an environment where they're free to speak their mind. That is insane. So this is what the scumbag Jack Dorsey is doing with Twitter. That's why he's a detestable scum-sucking ivory tower liberal. He wants you to have organic reach. They won't serve politicians anymore. He said, we made the decision to stop all political advertising on Twitter globally. We believe political reach should be earned, not bought. Why? A few reasons. A political message earns reach when people decide to follow an account or retweet. Right. So if you don't have that and you're a politician and you need to have that for an election, you need to raise money from the public, and then you would use that for advertising like they've always done. Right. Moving on in the scumsuckers tweet, paying for each reach removes that decision. Forcefully, highly optimized and targeted political messages on people. We believe this decision should not be compromised by money. So what he's saying is he wants to give you the mic and take it away. They don't serve politicians. They only serve corporations. Because no politician out there would be deserving of being able to come up on donations that they got from the public, right? Like if you got donations from the public, like that wouldn't mean that you're supported, and that would mean that you should have more organic reach, because that would be organic reach. So what they want to do is they want to be in control of who has reach. They are in control of the algorithms. They're in control of who comes up the hierarchy and who goes down. This is why they're doing what they're doing. They're doing it to rig the elections because they're scum-sucking ivory tower liberals. They're the most detestable scum aside from cultural Marxists, but many of them are cultural Marxist. They are more scummy than white feminists. White feminists are pretty scummy. They will tell you anything you want to hear to get you to like the post, watch the ad, buy the product, and vote for them, because they're attention whores and they're greedy as fuck and they don't give a fuck. They just want money. Silicon Valley's full of these shit tards, dude. They are the worst of the worst scum. Silicon Valley is a shithole of leftism. It is cultural Marxists and white feminists central. I could not be down there. They would kick me out. So therefore, we will shut you down. Because I also, too, am above the ivory tower liberals in the scheme of it. I'm at the top floor. I just don't have all of the liabilities they do. So we shall shut them down using open source software. We shall move Twitter to another venue. We're going to make it so Jack Dorsey never has control, so that he cannot give you the mic, take it away because he does not like QAnon. Look, he's saying organic reach. He's saying, look, political messages earn reach when people decide to follow the account or retweet. Right. I'm a politician. I'm running for president in 2024. I'm not paying. I'm advocating my political philosophy here. This is what I support. Look, but these guys, you got to wonder whether or not these guys are deep state pedos. You do have to wonder whether or not they have been blackmailed by the Epstein pedo network or something similar to it. I personally believe that any politician who is actually doing shit like this is an actual pedophile, like someone who's been blackmailed. I do believe that Congress Denver Riggleman is a pedophile and that Tom Malinowski is a pedophile. I believe that. It is my personal belief. I'm allowed to say that. That's not slander. No, it's just my belief. Do I have evidence? No. My evidence is they are trying to shut down QAnon. And then now I think Jack Dorsey is a pedophile too. Now we have good evidence that Jack Dorsey is a pedophile because he says we're supposed to have organic reach, right? That when people follow my account or retweet, that I will have organic reach because people actually support it, right? What a little detestable scumsucker. Unless he doesn't like your political opinion, in which case you will be shadow banned. You will not have organic reach. If you want organic reach, you have to pay. And you can't be a politician. You have to be a corporation. Like corporations don't put out political messages, right? Like the Chinese Nazi Party, right? The Chinese Nazi Party put out all kinds of attack boogeyman propaganda during the George Floyd race riots. They've been doing it. They've been doing it for a while. They're literally paying Twitter to put up attack boogeyman propaganda. So it's perfectly fine if the Chinese Nazi Party is using their cyber weapon to deliver chemical and biological warfare agents to us because, oh, no, that's not political. They're just trying to promote equality, right? They're just trying to help black looter mob, right? They're just trying to get rid of fascism because, like, fascists were conservatives, right? Fascists 100% were not conservatives in any way, shape, or form. Let's look up feminism up on the internet. The history of feminism.